Hey guys, good afternoon and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Irene and I'm a single mother of two living in NSUKKA, Enugu state of Nigeria. If you're seeing me for the first time, you're welcome. Please hit that subscribe button that is by the right of your screen, and without wasting too much time, without talking too much, let's dive right into today's video.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now.
So one of my very good friend, Evelyn Ambrose, she's equally a content creator here on YouTube. If you don't know her, I'm going to leave her video link in my description box so you can go check her out. Okay, so she actually filmed a video sometime last week about awakening your feminine energy, and she said a lot which gave me so much thought, and I was like, shoo, do I still have this feminine energy? People that say my own don't come out. Anyway, you wouldn't blame me, but I'm going to give you reasons why I feel like my own energy is not here, and while I think I should bring it back. In fact, while I think I'm bringing it back, because if you look at me, you know that this feminine energy is coming back. Abi, are you not seeing it? Anyway, so after watching her video, I realized I haven't really been feminine at all. In fact, I think I've been masculine or something, and that's probably because of my so many responsibilities. So so many responsibilities as a single mom, so many things you have to do, so feminine energy is not something that one thinks about. So growing up, I used to be very soft and feminine, okay, because I could even barely look people in their eyes, and that's because I had my mom and my dad who were looking out for me. I was very, very feminine, and a lot of people who know me then can testify to this, which was why many people didn't believe I was going to survive my divorce, or that I was going to still come out and talk. A lot of people thought I would have retired back in shame and not be able to come out and not be able to talk, but then here we are. So when I got married, I actually thought that my feminine energy was going to continue, from the daddy's girl and mommy's girl to a husband girl, something like that. I thought it was going to continue, but I was wrong. I started handling so many responsibilities, in fact almost all the responsibilities, because then we were married. I was married, but I wasn't living with my husband then. He was living very far from me, so I had to take up all the responsibilities. A lot of things that has to be done, even things that should be done by a man, I did all of them. Things like acquiring land, paying bills. Yeah, he sent the money, but I was the one doing these things. I was the one doing those things, which most women today won't or even can't be able to do them. I was making a lot of transactions. I was doing a whole lot of things that men do in a family where there is man and there is woman. These are stuffs that husbands are supposed to do, but here I was doing them. Things like paying NEPA bills. Okay, let me give you an example. Do you know that most women can't pay their NEPA bills? Okay, some time ago, NEPA people came to our house and they wanted to cut the lights, and you guys, the men in my compound were not around. It was just their wife that were at home. So, and they didn't know how to come out and confront these people. They were like, hey, my husband is not around, don't let me call my husband. One even called her husband, and I was like, I'm far away now, just do something, tell them that your husband is coming. But then I came down, and then I spoke with the NEPA people. I even gave them 1,000 naira to go drink beer and not cut the light while we gather the money for the NEPA bill. So imagine that I wasn't at home. These women wouldn't have been able to even commit something or even talk to these NEPA people, and they would have cut our lights. So these are things I've gotten used to doing. It's not really a big deal. Do you know that there are a lot of women that can't even on their generators? They have generator in the house, but they can never on it unless their husband comes back, because they don't know how to start the generator. They don't know how to on the generator. But this is something I started doing long time ago. Even in my house, before I take any electronic gadgets out for repairing, just know that I've tried doing it on my own and it didn't work. It's not like I'm a repairer, but these are stuff that I just like to do on my own, okay? Or have developed the skill of doing it. So these are stuff that I've learned doing, or I don't have any other option than to do. So stuff like plumbing work, repairing of electrical gadgets, powering your generator, or even changeover. Ordinary changeover. Do you know that most women can't? They can't change their changeover, like changing their generator in that place where you change generator to NEPA, or you change NEPA to generator. They can't. even there's one time too, all my neighborhood had lights except for our own building. We didn't have light in our building, and I was just looking and I said, these people have light. These people have light. Why is it that we don't have lights now? So and I came down, I talked to one of the other women, and they said, maybe that if they change the line, that NEPA will come. I said, is it to just change the line? He said, yes, that is to just change the line. No, that their husband is not around now. When their husband come back, they will change the line. I said, okay, so we are going to stay like this and wait for your people's husband to come back before we can now change the change. We said, that she and electric, in fact, that she doesn't need electrical, anything electric. In fact, that is men's work now. My sister and brothers on YouTube, I went there and I changed the power changeover. Not power changeover, I changed the line. You know how Nigeria now, you change from one line to the other line. I removed that big plug from the other line and put it over in the other end, and we had lights. Look at this thing, happened around, I think, 11 o'clock in the morning, and the time the husband came back was around 7 o'clock in the evening. So imagine that would have been light blackout. We wouldn't have had light until their husbands come back. So these are stuffs that normally being a single mother have just taught me to do, and stuff that even those I can't even remember here, I've just learned to do them even without the help of a man. And yeah, these are stuff that makes you masculine, right? Makes a woman masculine, right? So and another thing too that I've developed doing, and that equally doesn't give me that feminine energy, is working fast. You guys, these days are no longer catwalk. You see, sometimes I see young ladies or women when they're working, they're catwalking, they're working, selling. But these days I don't have to work that way because I have a lot of things to do, and I have kids waiting for me at home. So I have to go wherever I'm going, sharp, fast, and be able to come back. So no time for semester, you get. But watching that video, watching that Evelyn Ambrose video, has made me realize that I need to awaken that. Is it awakening? Awaken that feminine energy. That feminine energy has to be back. It has to come back. So this time, if I am going out, in case you see me on the road walking lackadaisically like snail, just know that my feminine energy is gradually coming back. So another thing too is that most times I don't even leave the house with makeup. I just, who is even looking at me? I tie my hair sharp, or wear my wig on, I'm going where I'm going. But honestly, some things has to change. Okay? So this time, even if I'm going to toilet, I'm going to try and do some even if it's little makeup, apply to some tougher and finishing touches on my face, look good. And another thing she mentioned, which I am working towards achieving or getting, is having a press-on nails, because I haven't had the chance or probably the finances to go and make my nails, make my hair. If I'm able to get a press-on nails are these nails that you can, when you're going out, you just fix them, and immediately you come back, you move them and keep them. Okay, so yeah, it's so easy like that. So I have to work towards getting that press-on nails, so that whenever I'm leaving the house, or whenever I want to do videos, or whenever I want to do something, I'll just fix them quickly, and then I'm go ahead and do what I want to do. When I come back, I'll remove them. So I have to start taking care of myself. That's the point of this video. I have to start taking care of myself. And if you're a single mother watching me, or you're a young lady, a single lady, you have even a married woman, please, you don't have to look like your problems, okay? In fact, as long as you're a woman and you're watching this video, you have to start taking care of yourself. You have to start awakening that feminine energy. If that energy is no longer in existence, okay? Please go and find it, go and bring it back, awaken it. This is time for us to call it back, because we are women. I mean, we don't have to be manly. There are enough men. We can't come and be playing their roles for them. And most times when you become too masculine, for people who are married, when you become like too manly, do stuff, man stuff and all that, you realize that these men will not take the feminine energy and relax. Okay, there's this video I watched. A man was talking about feminine energy and masculine energy. He talked about how he went to visit a lady who was at that time traveling. So she had all her bags and boxes packed, and she was coming down the stairs, and he actually offered to help this lady, but the lady was like, no, don't worry, I got this. And she was just carrying the bag and was boom, 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 trying to be like, I can handle myself, I can do this, while the man was walking behind her without anything. So if you're that kind of person, from a man's perspective, you know that It is not good, it's not right. You're a woman. Actually, the man should have been the one carrying the bag while you walk, you know. While you walk stylishly, femininishly, come on, you know, behind him, not the other way around. So this is time for us to awaken this energy in us and start making use of it. And you guys, I've come to understand and learn that it's working for a lot of people. People are using it to get favors, people are using it to achieve a lot of stuff. Even you apply for a job interview and they will not give every other people work, but you, probably because of your packaging, because of your feminine energy, or because of the way you were carrying yourself, you know, making yourself and they employ this person. It doesn't have to necessarily get to sex, or you know, where you now start misbehaving, but sure, you just you keep getting favors just because of your feminine energy. Like, you see those women that knows how to use their feminine energy, anything they want they can get it. Even the man, the hardest of man, when they say the man in hand like this, you see these women, they'll be able to get something from them. I think my sister has that energy. You guys, if you don't know her, go check her out too. She has that energy. She just she knows her way with her energy. She just knows how to use it. So from today onward, I've decided I've learned. In fact, I've been doing a lot of investigation or inquiries about the research, and I've decided that this energy, this energy, it is here to stay. God did not create me a woman for nothing. Anyways guys, I do hope you learned one or two things for this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to comment down below what you think. If you already have this energy and you're making use of it, please tell us, give us testimonies, encourage us. We want to do something about it. And if you haven't, please, you have to start now. Okay, so I'll see you in my next video. Until then, ciao.